Been a while, Ravens. I've finally finished everything Armored Core 6 has to offer, and I'm currently working on several upcoming projects for the channel. However, as all AC fans know, the real game only starts once you unlock every part and start fucking around in a garage like some kind of megalomaniac mechanic. While some like discovering new tech or go about optimizing their crafts for extreme PvP metagaming, I prefer taking an alternate route. How about I figure out a bunch of practically useless shit that only satisfies my curiosity and brings no value to the table whatsoever?
That does sound like you.
Yeah, it's settled. I'm going to figure out what's the farthest reach I can get with a blade.
You have reached a video checkpoint, Raven. Now's your chance to subscribe if you want Glint to keep wasting his time producing videos for my channel. Remember that your feedback is always welcome. Abby continuously seeks to improve its relationship with the unit's Ravens. Thank you for your cooperation. We expect great things from you.
If you're anything like me, you've been mixing and matching parts together because they look cool. This highly informed and scientific method of building an AC can prove too challenging for most people. So let's take a more informal approach by crunching the numbers, reading the descriptions and actually testing it out. First things first, let's strip this semi-John Rubicon cosplay down to its bare essentials and remove all weapons, save the pulse blade. This will now serve as our baseline frame to get some valuable info out of some stats I don't know shit about. Since we are aiming for longest reach on a blade weapon, one thing we can get done right away is selecting the appropriate boosters. The main spec we are looking for is melee attack thrust, in which the Kikaku rules supreme. Now onto the testing grounds. Let's first figure out a control travel distance and reach for the pulse blade with the Kikaku and this baseline AC frame equipped. To simplify the process, let's count combos and sequences out of the equation. We are only looking at the distance a single swipe covers. This is going to be all about trial and error to figure out exactly how much distance your melee thrust can cover. Once we get a number locked in, we can look towards increasing it as much as possible. Now that we have 160 meters as our control range, let's try figuring out which other specs affect this situation. I'm thinking maybe legs with increased jump ability might help increase travel distance? Let's give it a shot. The Kasuer reverse joints have the longest jump distance, so let's roll with these ones and see. Pretty interesting how it actually performed worse. This means jump distance has nothing to do with melee thrust ability. The only other stat that might be related to it is the melee specialization in the arms category. Let's equip the Bashos and check if it does indeed increase the range covered by the lunge. Now, we did get some increased distance traveled compared to the previous setup. Thing is, upon closer inspection I don't think it was the melee specialization stat that affected it, but rather the fact these arms are lighter than the previous ones. After reading the tooltip on this stat, it states it only governs the attack power of melee weapons, it doesn't mention anything about movement. Weight points, however, seem to be the key towards reaching our goal. And this is when I realized that I really needed to be going into building the lightest weight AC possible, if I wanted to squeeze the maximum amount of speed out of the forward thrust. Great, it seems we have all the necessary prerequisites checked out for maximizing melee thrust. Now all we need is to compare the different laser blades to each other, emphasis on blade.
So we scrap the other melee weapons? You're going to anger someone in the comments.
Yeah, this leaves us with 3 possible candidates: the previously tested pulse blade, the coral oscillator and the laser blade. Fuck the moonlight, That's just a wave emitter, it doesn't get to hang out with the cool ones. Sadly, it seems the coral oscillator blows the pulse blade out of the water, taking the lead by quite a large margin. Let's see how the actual laser blade fares against it. It seems our grand winner is the laser blade. Pretty fitting. All that's left is enjoying the fruits of our hard labor and play test a suboptimal shitty laser blade reach build.
So you decided to test your horrible idea on the weakest, most defenseless pilot in the game? I approve of this. Looks like you're getting your teeth kicked in, Chief.
I'm just stress testing and gathering data.
Right, you're gathering something all right. Gathering skill issue. Damn, you really showed them who's boss with your slightly further reaching low-tier weapon.
Please leave me alone.
All done.